because you're at dinner right now, he must give you all his game. Like, I don't really get that, to be honest. But going back to the chat real quick, Durk is beating Chief. Simple. If Chief played 2010 to 2014 songs, then you have the edge. But then Durk gonna play music from 2017 now and watch Chief. Okay, Durk got classics from 20. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was saying that a little bit earlier, bro. Like, Durk has hits from 2012 to now. He has a decade worth of hits. Like, you can go every year or at least every other year and say, like, yo, Durk has a hit here. Durk has a hit here. Chief Keef, all his hits came at one time. His relevancy has not died down because of what his impact was on the game. Like, his impact was so strong, and he impacted so many people from New York drill to Chicago drill to Bronx drill to every form of drill rap there is. Like, I don't know how much inspiration he had on UK drill, but it's like the man has hella hits at one particular point of time, right? And his relevancy and impact allowed him to stay and weigh the course. But I really can't name you a lot of hits other than, like, he's had a couple though. Like, there's a couple that come to mind, but the name of them is not coming to mind. But he definitely has a lot of hits in a certain sector of time, but they don't range over the course of where Durk, he's been in the game for over a decade, and he has hits that span over the decade, and he's about to have more. Like, the game, he ain't done yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's still early in his superstardom. The whole superstar status thing really only came after the Drake feature. Once again, like, Drake features, nowadays they kind of hit or miss when it comes to his impact and changing somebody's lives. But he definitely changed Lil Durk's life and single-handedly turned him into a superstar with that one cosign. Because Lil Durk guy had all the cosigns in the world, bro. Like, he had Meek, he had I believe he already has a song with Nicki. I think he has a ton of songs with a ton of different people. You feel what I'm saying? But it took that Drake cosign to push him over the edge. You know what I'm saying? Just a few. Sosa has too many classics. Find a K and I'll take myself out to eat. I ain't gonna hold you. You feel what I'm saying? But will you get the knowledge though? That's really what people were saying. Like, yes, find a K, cool, but with the knowledge that they're assuming that the person will give them, they'll make way more than 500K. But that's also assuming that that person wants to give you all their damn knowledge in their head, which more times than not, bro, the more money you get, the less you want to give people information, unless you're talking to somebody of the same type of stature. Like, people of same monetary level, they're going to actually be able to have equal conversation. But you come into that dinner, you don't got as much money as this man. Why do you think he's going to give you all the information that's in his head? That honestly is where I come in with my opinion. Just a few. I'll buy some tickets to his show and pay $2 to get backstage. Paying $2 to get backstage is bananas. I've been backstage at a lot of shows and I've not had to pay nothing, you know. So I don't think you should be willing to do that, honestly. Durk doesn't have anthems. That's false, honestly. Like, L's up for them hitters. You know what I'm saying? That used to be a joint. Like, I don't know if he was outside at that point. Like, that used to be a joint. But are we talking about hood anthems, hood anthem hits, or are we talking about mainstream hits? That's a real question. And that's a good question. You know what I'm saying? The Durk versus Sosa, like, I'm not just specifying it to just hood hits. I did that specific graphic to match Chief, right? But that probably even goes to show the impact that Durk has and the versatility that he has, right? Because I put the specific graphic of This Ain't What You Want, L's Anthem, and 52 Bars to go against the sound that Chief Keef has, right? But once again, I'm going to keep saying it. I think that Durk can do what Chief does, but Chief can't necessarily do what Durk can all the way do when it comes to the melodies, the flows, the singing, and stuff like that. Like, I don't think he can do that as well as Durk can do that. But, I mean, it's also debatable that Durk can't do what Chief does as well, but he can do it, though. You know what I'm saying? He can still do it. I will say that in hood anthems, yes, Chief has way more hood anthems, 100%. Way more hood anthems that once again, when Chief is on the beat saying, hey, I'm literally running to go find a grandma to snuff. Like when he's just, hey, I'm literally, you know what I'm saying? Bow, I'm running to a grandma, I'm snuffing her dead in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta do it. You feel what I'm saying? It's mandatory. You feel what I'm saying? It's absolutely mandatory when Finito come on for you to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole different conversation for real. But This Ain't What You Want is a classic for a fact. You know, it is a great song. He switched labels too, so he independent. Who independent? Chief. That's for a fact. You've been independent for a minute, I believe. And facts, bro. Dude got hits every year. It's crazy. Sosa has more songs. A casual listener would know off the top of the head. A casual listener in what year? That's also a great question, because nowadays a lot of casual listeners know Lil Durk songs 100%. 100%. Especially a lot of casual listeners know who King Von is because people love beef, people love drama. So a lot of casual listeners know who King Von is. A lot of casual listeners know that King Von was in relation to Lil Durk. They're not actual brothers, but they grew up together. And it's like they know of that for sure. A lot of people know Back in Blood, and a lot of people know that Lil Durk is on Back in Blood. A lot of people know Laugh Now, Cry Later, and they know that Drake featured Lil Durk on that song. So it's that is a very debatable statement that you're saying right now. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people are familiar with OTF. Yeah, very debatable statement you just said there, to be honest.